You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
Good morning, YouTube. How's everybody doing? Got a couple people in the chat, I see. Good morning, Legion, Mark, how are you? Eternals, good morning. Oh, you're here for the pancakes, that's right, yeah. Sure, we can do whatever you like. We're a full service channel. Promiscuous Todd Traveler, you're up early. Good morning. Scott, good morning. Thanks for stopping in this morning. J80 Hobbies, good morning. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Got a couple things. We usually start with shout outs, but I wanted to mention I hit 500 subs yesterday. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed. I know there's been a few shout outs this week on various channels. So that's certainly helped. Saw kind of an uptick in subscribers over the last couple of days. So really do appreciate that. So I'm going to work on the 500 subscriber giveaway. We have a number of people that have entered. So I'll probably wait a week or so and, do the giveaway. So, yeah, thank you. It was kind of, I think I was 14, 15 subscribers away, and then it kind of all happened over the last couple of days. But like I said, without, the community support, right? There was a bunch of different shout outs. So I really do appreciate that. I was kind of surprised at how quickly I hit the 500 mark. So I really do appreciate that. So good morning. So yeah, that was a nice surprise. Switch Comics sent me a screenshot of it. I wasn't really paying attention to it yesterday, and he sent me a screenshot of it on Instagram. And I was at first, I'm like, why is he sending me this screenshot? And then I looked into it a little bit more and saw that it hit the 500 mark. So like I said, thanks again. Truly, really appreciate all of the support. Very, quickly did I hit the 500 subscriber mark. So I do appreciate that. But we're going to do a couple shout outs this morning. So why don't we get this channel a sub. So the Get This Channel a Sub segment. And a couple channels to shout out. And actually, so J80 Hobbies is here in the chat. So he was one of the channels I wanted to actually shout out. Link is down below in the description. So you definitely want to go check out his channel. His channel is a channel I discovered, recently over probably the last couple weeks, and have been enjoying watching his content. He does, a bunch of different things, comic book hauls and, some collectible toys and things like that. So you definitely want to go check out his channel. He's under 100 subscribers. So we definitely want to try to support, we obviously want to support all of the different channels in the community, but certainly those channels that are, new or, don't have a lot of subscribers, we want to highlight those channels so that we can get them in front of other people. So, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah. Well, the 15-cent stamp was because of the year I was born. That was the cost of comics. So that's why I have that there. So, yeah, I don't know. My wife may disagree. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So Jay, yeah, definitely check out Like I said, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember how I stumbled onto your channel. It was probably through a link in somebody else's channel. But really have been enjoying your channel. So definitely wanted to shout you out. And, I know, I think the last I checked when I looked at your channel, you're definitely under 100 subs, maybe in the mid 80s range, but you definitely want to go, if you're not subbed up to Jay, check out his channel. Really good channel. One of the other channels I wanted to mention was a comic book worm. So the comic book worm, Naman, he's got another great channel, and he's actually he's doing a 100 subscriber giveaway, and he hit 100 probably a few weeks ago, and he's blown past it. I think he's around 140 right now, but he's doing the 100 subscriber giveaway on March 5th. So the link is down below. Go check out his channel and his video. If you want, you can create a video and enter into the contest. But definitely want to support him and his giveaways. And another channel I wanted to mention, Metarog. So Metarog is kind of the old G. He's been around for a long time, has a lot of comic book knowledge, but he does a monthly, or maybe it's even weekly. He basically highlights all of the giveaways that are happening in the community. And he highlighted my 500 subscriber giveaway. I think obviously that helped push me to get to 500. But he also lists a bunch of other giveaways that are happening in the community. So if you want to go check that out, link is down below. It's a just kind of good way to see what's going on in the community, who has contest or hitting a milestone. And I mean, honestly, the community is so generous. There's so many giveaways and so many, AOKs. I actually have an unboxing, a mail call Monday, where I do an unboxing of an AOK I recently got from Eternals Budget Comics, and to give two wins, a win from Circumstance and a win from Rob over at Fat Stacks. So definitely, I mean, you got to check out the giveaways. The community is so, giving, generous, and so it's fun to be a part of. It's fun to be a part of that. So. Yeah, no. Well, 15 cents comics were out when the year I was born. So that should kind of give you a hint of what year. So, Chop, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Slim, Sean, good morning. Off by a year, 1970. I was born in 1970. So January of 1970. And it's one of the things I've been trying to do is collect books. I do have an Amazing Spider-Man number 80 that was published in January 1970. So it's one of the things I've been trying to do is collect books from that era, or from that month that I was born. And I'm also doing that with my children and my wife. So collecting books from the month and year that they were born. So I forgot to include it, but there is the link. I'll post it up top if anybody wants to jump in this morning. But I do have one other shout out. Another great channel, and I think he is under 100 subs as well. So Southpaw Brad. If you haven't checked out his channel, he is diving deep into the comic book collecting and spec. He's always doing some unboxings or haul videos. And I actually got a chance to meet Brad. I was down. He's in the South Carolina area, and I have some family down there. So I took a trip down right after Christmas this year. And so got to meet up with Southpaw Brad and Tylex the Mighty. And so we went on a little, we had some lunch, and we went and did a little, some digging through some bins at a local comic shop. So definitely check out Southpaw Brad. His link is down in the description as well. So all great channels that I mentioned today. So definitely, if you're not subbed up to him, go check him out. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I had mentioned earlier, like it just I had a lot of shout outs and a lot of support this week that really helped drive. So that's really Really do appreciate that. I know you have the push right now for 1K. I know you have a giveaway coming up, and I know you've got that push. I think I'm trying to think. The last time I looked, I think you were in like the 930 range or so. I kind of try to keep tabs on everybody's progress. I know you and Simple Simon both are kind of in that 900 and so range, trying to push to 1K. So, um, yeah, we definitely need to, help support the channels and help everybody meet hit these milestones. So thank you, Chop. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. It just it happened all of a sudden. So I really do appreciate that. Like I said, I think there was a bunch of different shout outs this week that really helped drive that from the community. So I really do appreciate that. Okay, Conan. Yeah, I have I have Amazing Spider-Man number 80 that was published in January of 1970. So, um, I'm kind of looking for other books that were published, and they don't have to be number ones, obviously. Just from that month. I think it's just there's something interesting and cool to have a book that is as old as you. And I know Scott's got. Scott's got books that are well older than me. So Nadia, thanks for coming in. Thank you. But yeah, if anybody wants to jump in, I got the link up there. I don't know if you guys can. Oh, where'd the link go? Oh, maybe I can't see it. I'll drop it in again. But I wanted to mention some of the books that I read this week too. It's kind of my next next thing I wanted to cover. And I have a review for this Amazing Spider-Man number 88 BEY. This is kind of the side story. I have a full review on this, and this was okay. Um, these side stories don't really, they're side stories, so they don't really add much to the main story. They may set up some details for the future or give you a little bit of information on the current story, but I don't know. I'm not sure why they do this. It feels kind of like just like a money grab almost, with these side stories that are not really moving the story forward. So I don't know. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm like I said, I'm still finding new channels all of the time. Like I mean, on a weekly basis, and I'm amazed that I'll go and find a channel and sub up the channel, and then I see in the comments other community members that have been already there. So we definitely need to kind of spread the word. On channels that maybe not on our radar. Because I discovered a channel just this week, from somebody else's shout out, and only like 4 or 5 videos, and the last video was a couple weeks ago, and I commented saying, "Hey, I'm a new sub. I hope you'll continue to make content." So I think it's important that we support it, and then you never know when your sub or your comment on somebody's video may help spark them to keep going in their channel. So you just never know. Oh, really? You gave I don't remember that. Was that recent, Scott? That you gave a slab away? I'm highlighting my own comment. Um, Everybody's saying good morning. Thank you, Slim. Yeah, Sean. Thanks for that. So, um, yeah, I'm trying to catch up on the. I'm way behind on the comments. It like scrolled on me. Um, Dave collects. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Dave, you haven't done. I checked out your channel, I think, this week because I hadn't seen a video from you in a while. I know you did. You're doing the daily videos in December with your kids on the calendar, Advent calendar, Lego Advent calendar. But I haven't. I've seen you in a bunch of different live streams on Spine Ticks. But yeah, hopefully you'll be back making some videos. Hey, Kyle, are you still maintaining that the list? I know you had it posted up on your Instagram of all the different channels, community channels to help kind of create the list for people to share and sub to. You still have that list going? I haven't looked at it in a little bit. Aggressively, thanks for coming in. Oh wow, okay. I'll have to highlight that, Scott. Yeah, for some reason, I didn't see it. I've been, most of your videos I've seen have been all haul videos. Some of the Dell books you've been, some of the pickups you've had. So I'll have to go back and, okay, your CGC submission video. All right, I'll definitely check that out and highlight that. If you can, drop the link to it so that everybody who's here this morning can see it. Definitely need to go support Scott's channel, and giving away a CGC book. You might want to jump in on that. Yeah, no, I was just wondering. Like I said, I knew you. I've seen you on some of the, I saw on Spine Ticks, I think last weekend. So, yeah, I wasn't. I said, oh, let me pop over to his channel because I hadn't seen anything recently, and it's been a little bit since you posted something. So. Oh, okay. So it's still going. I gotta go. I haven't looked at it recently, totally being honest, but I definitely need to go check that out. And for anybody that doesn't know, check out Kyle's Promiscuous Time Travelers Instagram. He has a Google Doc that basically lists a bunch of different community channels. It's at over 300 channels right now. So you definitely want to go check that out. If your name isn't there, you can add your channel to it. It's just a way for the community to help support one another. So. Yeah, I think we can probably say that for a lot of our videos, right? All right, we'll definitely have to check that out. So, the weekends, it's funny. Sometimes my weekend viewing seems to dip a little bit, like because I'm usually busy with chores around the house or running errands or things like that. So I sometimes don't get to watch a lot of videos. I seem to watch more during the week when I'm it's kind of tied to the computer at work and things like that. I can pop in and watch videos. So the weekend seems to be a low viewer time for me as far as other people's videos. So, but I do try to hit them. Good morning, Beckerman. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. It's like I said. It's a great idea, and it's because, like I said, I still find I'm always finding new channels. So it's just a good way to help support one another. I'll go. I'm going to take a look at that list because, like I said, I just haven't looked at it recently. I think I'm caught up on the Comments. One of the other books I read this week was Devil's Reign #4, and this has been a good story. There's a lot of tie-ins to kind of the Daredevil recent storyline with the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, and him being the mayor. And I haven't been reading the Daredevil current run, and I know everybody has talked about how good that storyline has been. So there is a bunch of kind of tie-ins with that current storyline, but still, even without reading that, this has been a good read. And one of the other books that I've been reading and that I've really been enjoying is Moon Knight. And this week, Moon Knight #8, it had a tie. It's kind of ties into Devil's Reign, which I just mentioned. And so Moon Knight he's tied up in the Devil's Reign story, so he's kind of out of commission. And so there's I'm drawing a blank on the character's name, but there's another one of his brothers basically is kind of front and center in the storyline. This was okay. The fact that it's kind of like Amazing Spider-Man when you don't have the main character in the title book. It doesn't feel right, at least for me. So um, Thanks, Cole. I appreciate that. Good morning to you. Good morning. Just catching back up on the chat. Yeah, Devil. Like I said, overall the story's been really good. Some people mentioned, I think Cole mentioned it, or I think somebody mentioned it. Like, oh, they feel like it's a rehash of Civil War, but I don't know. I've enjoyed the story. I like the fact that it's the mayor of New York is the kingpin, and he's trying to ban superheroes. I don't know. I found the story really has been really enjoyable. But I think that's one of the things that for me, since I live in New York. That was what attracted to me to Spider-Man as a kid, because Spider-Man was from Queens. I live on Long Island, and it's only like it's not that far. It's like a 25-minute ride, half-hour ride from where I live to where Queens is. So it kind of feels like, whoa, as a kid I felt like, wow, Spider-Man lives a couple towns over, and so that's why I like the Devil's Reign storyline, because of the tie-in with New York City and the mayor. And the actual mayor in New York City over the last couple of years has been a total mess. So it's kind of, it's believable. Yeah, I agree, Cole. Yeah, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of like the Spider-Man story where you don't have the main character throughout the entire book. It feels kind of weird, but I think yeah, Hunter's Moon. There you go. I couldn't think of it. But no, I appreciate you popping in this morning. Yeah, I have a couple things out in the mailbox that I had already prepaid for that are going out this morning, so I didn't have to run to the post office. So, yeah, yeah, with Hunter's Moon, yeah, you do feel like I wonder how that story is going to play out. Are they going to ultimately kind of coexist and team up, or be there to help one another? It's an interesting story. So. Um, Oh, okay. I thought it was maybe your channel. It's just because I'm watching too much content. I'm getting mixed up who's saying what. So, um, Will, couple comics. Thanks for stopping in. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, I have a mailbox that is just wide enough for like a priority package. So it's nice, and I can fit 3 or 4 packages in. And I've kind of over the last being working from home over the last couple of years, I'm back in the office a few days a week and still at home. Kind of developed a relationship with the mailman because I've been sending a bunch of stuff out, whether it's stuff I'm selling from eBay or books that I'm sending out or giveaways, things like that. So I've kind of developed this relationship with my mailman where we know he knows he knows my name. He's delivering my mail, but I know his name, and so he's really good. Like he sometimes he'll wait for me if he thinks I have something to send out. So he's been really good. I make sure I tip him really well at Christmas, and um, so yeah, because it saves me time having to run to the post office. I'm able to print labels at home and then not have to worry about them closing early on a Saturday and running there. And the last 2 books that I've read so far this week, and I think Cole, you mentioned this too. Fourth Man. This is issue number 2. This was okay. This kind of seemed like not much happened. It was kind of filler, kind of a setup for the future story. I really enjoyed the first one. This one was okay, not as good as the first, but um, I'll definitely stick with it. Um, I have been enjoying the kind of street level crime stories, mob gangster type stories. It's nice to have a little bit of contrast from the superhero superpower type stories. So that and this has been King of Spies, and I actually thought this was issue. I mean, you look at that number on here. Like a does that look like a 5 or a 3? I thought it was a 5. And I'm like, there's not 5 issues of this, but it's actually issue number 3. but this has been an amazing story. This is again kind of a James Bond, spy type story. So no, there are some unique characters in it, but no super powered, Um, but it's been a really good read, and this um, issue 3 was really good as well. Just you have the main character who's been a spy for years and has done bad things over the years, and he finds out that he's dying and he only has a short time to live, and he realizes that all of the bad things he's done over the years he wants to kind of clean up. And so, I mean, this issue, it opens up with him like taking the Pope out because of all the things that have been done to children by the church over the years. It's just really, it's been a fun read, and a really good story. So if you haven't, I would definitely recommend you go check this out if you can. Or wait. I don't know how many books it's going to be. I think it's a maybe the 6 issues limited series or mini series. You may want to wait for the trade since we're on issue 3, but that has been one of my um, favorite reads over the last couple weeks. So yep, just catching up on the chat. Yeah, so that's what I found reading it, because I haven't read, like I said, I hadn't read the Daredevil stories, so the there's definitely tie-ins, a lot of tie-ins to the Daredevil story, as you kind of read as you're reading Devil's Reign, you kind of see that, but um I still think it kind of stands on its own. You can kind of get through it not having that backstory, but the whole like I said, I find the whole Kingpin as mayor very interesting, and how this is going to kind of pan out, um, and how they're tying in. Obviously with an event type book, they're always tying it into other issues, but they've been pretty consistent with some of the storylines throughout. Some of the books, like I said, Moon Knight wasn't actually in Moon Knight this week because he's tied up with the Devil's Reign storyline. So it's been interesting. So, but that's it. Those were the books that I read this week. Yep, we went through them all. I still have some other books. I do have a mail call video that I'm going to be releasing on Monday. So an ALK and a couple wins. So you definitely want to check that out. Some really great books that were sent to me. So I do appreciate that. Um, I'm trying to think what else. What else has been going on? Caught up on Peacemaker, Book of Boba Fett. I finished this week. Mm, Ozark, Netflix show. If you guys like a good kind of crime story, drug related storyline, you got to check out Ozark. My wife and I just finished the fourth. Well, There's the fourth season, which is the final season, and there's part A or part B, part 1 or part 2. There were 7 episodes in part 1, and the show is just amazing. Jason Bateman. It's um, a great show if you're looking for something to watch, if you haven't watched it. But Ozark on Netflix, really good. Yeah, I watch it, and it's so crazy, all of the twists and turns the story takes. But the I'm amazed at how well, with everything going on with the main characters, like how they're able to sleep at night, because there's a tremendous amount of craziness and stress going on in their lives. So, I mean, I know obviously it's a show, but with that amount of chaos going on in your day to day life, um, and they do show like they're drinking a lot. There's a lot of wine and alcohol being consumed, so maybe that helps them get through it. But um, yeah, it's a great show. If you haven't watched it, and you're looking for something to watch, um, you know, we got Super Bowl tomorrow, and then we're kind of See, other than hockey and basketball, you don't have much sports going on, and we don't know what's happening with the baseball season. So you might have a little downtime to watch something. So definitely go check that out. That's been a good show. Um, Book of Boba Fett was okay. Kind of, I thought the first couple episodes, it kind of giving you the backstory, and I thought they were setting it up for something that they would pay off later, which they never did. And then you had the middle kind of section where Boba is kind of establishing himself, and then you had the Mandalorian included, which was really good. And then the finale, which was okay. I didn't think they tied up some of the early story that they set up. I don't know. It just felt a little inconsistent. The storytelling, it didn't flow very well. So, but I enjoyed it. I like Star Wars. I like the fact that we're getting high quality shows on Disney Plus. So that was good. And I've been watching Peacemaker, and Peacemaker has been really good, really funny, good storyline. Special effects and the look and feel of the show is great, on par with anything that Disney Plus is doing. I've really enjoyed it. So um, definitely, if you're not watching that, I would check that out. Yeah, I wouldn't. It was very inconsistent. It was okay. Obviously, it was not one of their best shows. I think there were a couple things that they didn't do right. Like I said, they didn't. The first couple episodes were kind of backstory and setup, and I thought they would pay that off, but they never did. Trying to be spoiler free, just in case if somebody hasn't watched it yet. The um, the Mandalorian piece were really good because he's an established character, so we know him well. Um, but it just and then the Boba Fett gang. Um, I don't know. It just that piece really bothered me, and the fact that they were driving or riding speeder bikes that were brightly colored, and everything else is kind of dingy and dusty out in the desert. That one just didn't make sense to me. It just visually it didn't look right it just stood out like, wow, that doesn't look good. So, but I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. Um, I think they'll improve on it in the second season, or continue it in Mandalorian. So, Shop for Comics. Good morning. Hey, I wonder if did you sell out? I know you posted yesterday on Instagram. You had some mystery boxes for sale. Are they? How you doing with those? They all for still? You still got some for sale? So just catching up on the chat. Yeah, the speeder bike gang just seemed out of place. Like if they were just the gang, and maybe I don't know, they just seemed out of place. Like it was like you saw the brightly colored speeder bikes, and it was like nothing else in that town was that color, so it just really stood out and it looked odd. And then the one chase scene they had with the speeder bikes in like episode 4 just it didn't look well. It looked like it was on tracks, and it was kind of odd because all of the special effects so far have been amazing, but that chase scene was like, I don't know, it didn't look right. Visually it looked it looked cheesy. It didn't look like it fit. Like somebody cut the budget on those special effects. So yeah, no, I think I did like the beginning or the first episode or two when they're kind of giving you more of a backstory of what happened to him after Return of the Jedi. I just, like I said, I wish they would have paid that off later on, his relationship with the Tusken Raiders, which they didn't seem to do. So yeah, I think it was, the fact. Yeah, okay, you still have some for sale. All right. So yeah, if anybody's looking in the mystery box, um, buying phase, Shop for Comics has a few up. Check him out on Instagram. He just opened up and I believe they're different themed. So like there's a Spider-Man theme box, and I think the Spider-Man one was already gone. So definitely go check it out. Um, yeah, I think it was, the like I said, it was hit or miss. Like the storyline was okay, but then there were just these odd elements, the speeder bikes and like the speeder bike chase. Like I said, from a special effects standpoint, visually standpoint, it looked out of place compared to all of the other things that Disney Plus, has been doing. So, um, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was this. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look right at all. Nav, good morning. Thanks for stopping in, catching up on the chat here. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, it's true, right? Um, but we've seen the speeder bikes throughout, like when Boba Fett had them, when they were taking out the train, so that was kind of the classic speeder bike. Obviously these are younger, gang, hipper mod kids, but they had different type of speeder bikes, but the neon colors just was like, wow, it looks so out of place. Yeah, the Marshall's good. I mean, I think that storyline was good. And I like the way that they're bringing back, they're establishing kind of the characters, right? It's not just kind of one and done where you see a character and he's in the storyline for a period of time and then he's gone, unless he's dead, right? So they're establishing kind of this, um, this set of characters. And I think it's good that we'll have these, interweave throughout the different shows and storylines. Yeah, it was good to see the and I'm drawing a blank, the the person that builds, the woman that builds the armor for the Mandalorian. It was good to see her back. Um, so but yeah, I mean, I think right, and we got announcement now that we're getting the Obi-Wan show in May, I believe, April, May, yeah, May. So I'm wondering when we're going to see the trailer for that. Um, now, we're gonna there's some big shoes to fill on that one, because you're gonna have Anakin, Darth Vader, and who else they might weave into that storyline. So I think. Um, Obi-Wan is a better actor than Tamara Morrison, Boba Fett, and I'm drawing a blank on Ewan McGregor is definitely a better actor. So I think that show should be good, but when you start tinkering with um, the history and the relationship with Darth Vader and what we know between him and Obi-Wan, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, she's really good too. Fennec Shan. Yeah. But the last episode was a little bit strange with her, where she was like not in it for a while and then appeared. So, um, but she's been good. And there's so many different rumors now with the fact that we've seen a young Luke Skywalker Walker. And now they're talking about maybe Kylo Ren series or the Knights of Ren. I mean, there's so many different rumors. I'm not sure if I caught that. Catching up on the chat, guys. Sorry, I'm reading. Yeah, she's funny. She's funny, but it seemed in the season finale or the last episode, it seemed her little part seemed out of place, like where she showed up, like they're in the middle of this battle and then she shows up. Um, it seemed weird. So yeah, it is a good time to be a Star Wars fan, right? I mean, the quality of content that we're getting from a streaming service with the special effects, I think is amazing. Um, so, I mean, that's one thing that we should probably be, excited about, that we're getting ongoing content, and from a visual standpoint, at least it's high quality. whether you like the story or not. At least, visually, it's been the special effects have been amazing. So, yeah, I'm trying to be as spoiler free as I can, Nav. So I'm trying not to to give you too much detail. So, but totally understand. I don't, I try to be as spoiler free when I talk about these things because I just don't know who's watched stuff. Like I was behind on Peacemaker. Um, I was behind on Peacemaker for. I don't think I watched any of the episodes until like week 3. And so I was doing the same thing. I was dipping out of Chat's Legion's channel a few times because I didn't want to be spoiled until I actually watched it. So, but I'm caught up now on that. I think we only got one more episode left of Peacemaker. So, nah, man. Good morning. I shouted you out earlier. Your link is down in the description, so hopefully people will come check you out. Mentioned your 100 sub giveaway that you've blown past. I think you're at like 130 or 140 now. So congratulations to you, but looking forward to your giveaway and continued success with your channel. Drac, good morning. And if you didn't see, Drac was on DJ Lynx's channel last night. I caught the tail end of it, maybe the last 15, 20 minutes, but you definitely need to go check that out. That was a good, a fun show. So, um, yes, yes. Other than the speeders, yes. Book of Boba Fett, we're seeing some good visual effects. Yeah, I think I think the good news with I think Disney Plus is I think they're kind of listening. You don't want to obviously do fan service for everything, but I think they understand. They kind of have a better pulse on the fans, so I think they'll adjust as they go. I need that clip. That guy driving in that pickup. So, yes, 1,000 does sound good. You know what it is? We have so many different channels in the community hitting milestones. Um, it's exciting, but it's hard to keep track of where everybody's at. But it's a good thing, all right. I think the good thing that we have so much support from, one another is it's a great thing. So, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. DC Irish. Good morning, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Another great channel. You need to go check out DC Irish. He's got a great channel. Yeah, DJ and Drac were good last night. Newbie Comics, thanks for stopping in. What's happening? Good morning. Catching up on the chat. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here this morning. I appreciate everybody coming out. But I was mentioning earlier, like such a supportive and generous community. So it's really great to be a part of it. So, oh, all right. So we got to get Dave 3 more to get him the 300 milestone. Yeah, I think I was thinking about it the other day. It's like I think some of the newer channels that have started, say in the last year or so, I think really have an advantage over some of the older channels because it seems to me like the community is just growing, and there's so many new channels, and the whole Grow Together initiative and all of the support that we see from community members. I think some of the newer channels can really, kind of springboard their growth because there's so many more channels than there were, say, 2 or 3 years ago. So, um, so yeah, baby steps. Get to 100, then you go to 200, and I've been uh, extremely surprised at how the growth of my channel, and I just it's like I said, I think it's just easier now today than it was 2 years ago to grow your channel because the community is growing. We're seeing so many new channels come on, so it's it's a good thing. Yeah, it's great. It's great to see everybody hitting these milestones. But check out the link I mentioned earlier, Metarog. he does I think it's weekly or maybe it's monthly video on all of the contest and giveaways that people, are approaching milestones. So there's a bunch that he mentioned this week, my channel included, which kind of helped me, get the 500. So it's it's been a good thing. So um, I'm finding it harder and harder to keep up with everybody's content, but try to do my best to pop in and watch, channels. It is it's tough to juggle it, right? When you run your own channel and you're trying to produce content and do live streams, things like that, and then watch as much other content as you can. It's a bit of a juggling act, but um, so. But yeah, no, I appreciate everybody coming out this morning. I'm going to keep it short today. I'm probably going to wrap up in the next 10, 15 minutes. I have a lunch date with my mom this afternoon. So we finally got some nice weather here. It's like in the 50s today. So we've been trying to get together to go to lunch for the last couple weeks, but it's been crappy weather. So finally got a good weather day. I'm going to take my mom out for lunch and take her shopping or whatever else she needs. So I'm going to keep this, short this morning. I'll probably go to about 11. So just letting you guys know. All right, Dave collects 299. Let's get him to 300 right here on the live show. Let's go sub him up. So, yes, lunch. So, yeah, go lunch with mom. So, see if she's got any Super Bowl betting tips for me. No, she doesn't watch football. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we've been trying to get together for the last couple of weekends, and it's like every weekend. It was 2 Saturdays ago. I think it was like 15 degrees, and it was just been cold. And I'm like, I don't want to take mom out, when it's 15 degrees. So we'll do it when it's a little bit nicer. So, um, did we hit 300? Did Dave hit 300? Drac, all right, you're close to four. Yeah, it's it's amazing how many channels are approaching different milestones. We just, like I said, keep supporting, and definitely go check out promiscuous time traveler Kyle's list. He's linked it on his Instagram. He's got a Google Doc that lists everybody's channels, about 300 channels right now. And so if you want to add your name to the bottom of it, and then go sub up a couple channels that you're not familiar with. It's been a couple weeks since I've looked at that list. I got to go back and take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was in the 50s here in New York, East Coast, and today's in the 50s. Tomorrow it's back to like 30, but to have a 50-degree day or two in February I'll take it. I'll take it because usually February is the coldest of the months. So 50, 50 degrees, I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've talked to Sith a few times, like, he definitely wants to, get me on one of these days, but um, I don't know that, I can usually hang for like the first hour and then I'm done. Cause I typically get up early. So, but yeah, one of these days I'm going to sleep in late on a Saturday and then head over to Spine Ticks and actually be able to watch, cause I know in the third and fourth hour, fifth hour of that show, that's when things get crazy. So, first hour is everybody saying hello, and it's a little, tamer compared to the later hours. So definitely looking forward to, Roscoe puts on wigs later in the show, and so that's when I want to be there. So, but yeah, one of these days I'll get over there. Um, that's another great show, and it's funny too. I try to do this early on a Saturday because there's really no other shows, too many other shows in the community that are running at this time. So that was one of the reasons why I picked an early morning Saturday show. But then also I can, have the rest of the day to go do whatever else I need to do, chores or errands or stuff around the house, those type of things. So yeah. So I reached out to Comic Journey. I know he's mentioned it. He popped in, I think maybe last week or the week before on the live show and said he had some personal stuff going on. And I don't know to what extent or what, but he did say he had some personal stuff, but he was doing okay and he was just kind of taking some time away. I did reach out to him, I think on Instagram or maybe even texted him this week, but didn't hear back. So hope all is well with Comic Journey. We love him and his channel and just his crazy rants and things. But hopefully, I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully, for everything's okay, with him and his family and that. So, but yeah, I did reach out and then didn't hear back. So I didn't want to keep, bothering him if he's got something going on. So, yeah, Yeah. Oh, second hour. Okay. I might be able to do that. That's, for me, that's only midnight. So I might be able to stay up for the second hour. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he said, like I said, the last time I spoke to him, he did say everything was, he was well, but he had some personal things going on that he was trying to, work through. So I'll try to ping him again. I reached out to Dank Comics. Because he hadn't posted in a while and want to see how he was doing, miss his content. And so he said he should be back soon. He had some stuff going on too. He was trying to move and do some things. So, but he should be back soon. So yeah, I love Comic Journey. He's very unique. The way he does things, his rants and his driving when he's driving and he's on on camera. It's really he's good. He's really enjoyable. So hopefully he gets thanks for stopping in. But yeah, hopefully he's back soon. So yeah, I may reach out again just to check in with him. Maybe I'll let him know that everybody's thinking of him, and that we just want to check in on him, make sure things are good. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. I gotta go get ready. Like I said, I'm gonna go have some lunch with Mom. So I'm gonna wrap this up. But I appreciate everybody coming out. Big week. I had some giveaway wins. I had an AOK come in the mail. I hit 500 subs. I got a bunch of you guys hanging out with me on a Saturday morning. So I really do appreciate that. It's been it's great to be this part of this community. Just all of the support, generosity, the giveaways, the AOKs, and the friendships. Right? I mean, here we are. Checking in on Comic Journey. Because we haven't seen him in a little while. So it's just. It's great to have, part of a community that's just so, giving, generous, thoughtful. We're all, one big family. So that's, it's good stuff. So I appreciate you guys stopping in. Let me leave you. Jimmy G is usually here, and I know he loves the dancing girls in the intro. So we'll leave you with that. But thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great rest of your weekend. If you're a football fan, enjoy the big game tomorrow. I'll definitely be watching, rooting for the Rams and Matt Stafford since all those years on Detroit and those bad teams. So have a great weekend, guys. Thanks for stopping in.
You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with